and I realized that motherfucker's up here on this side of town. Actually, we can talk about this. Here, is it already started?
Everything. Well, I was doing a test, but yeah.
Yeah, am I good over here?
Maybe a little bit closer. And you can scooch forward. You got
No,
Yeah, I'm just.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna start like this. So, no, what I realized is, so you would think, as cute as Arya is, and as cute as I am, Arya would give me mad play, right? Like all the time. But no, freaking on this side of town, when I'm walking around with Arya, like people go the opposite direction. Like I was walking towards the front of the apartment complex, and there was this girl that was kind of like we were heading into the right, like perfect trajectory, perfect like dog.
It looked like you were gonna fall in love. Like your dogs were gonna sniff each other.
Yeah, like dogs were gonna meet, right?
Yeah.
And as we're heading perfectly, I'm like, this is calculated perfectly. You know, I passed physics, so I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Or geometry.
One of
those applied here, and we're walking straight to it, and she just does a complete U-turn. And I was like, damn, like that, huh? And then we went downtown to Terry Black's. Shout out to Terry Black's. Went downtown, and I had Arya with me, and everybody wanted to pet Arya.
Downtown is it?
Everybody.
I went down.
Downtown's the move.
Yeah, I went to Zilker the other day.
I need to.
Some of my friends who just so happen to be girls. Yeah.
Okay, Riley.
No, not like that. Their boyfriends are scary. It's okay.
How are you? Wait. First of all, introduce yourself real quick before we even dive into this question of how or why you are scared of somebody.
Okay, so I'm Riley. I'm a friend of Jordan's. We do Muay Thai together. He's actually been a great help in me training for the tournament. He didn't ask for anything in return other than my effort, and I really appreciated it.
Absolutely, man. Because you work really hard. You have a work ethic that I appreciate, and if anybody knows anything about me, it really just I appreciate just work ethic, and I don't want anything in return other than the effort, because everything falls into place as long as the effort's being put into it. Everything falls into place as long as the effort is being put in. So I don't need anything else, because I know that the effort is going to be enough in which where we're headed, that's all that matters. And that didn't really make any sense, but that made sense in my head. So, but yeah, so Riley and I do Muay Thai together. We competed in April together, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But Riley, why are you scared of somebody?
Okay, well,
You have some of the nastiest head movement.
I got some pretty good head movement, but one of them is in the Marines.
So? They do combatives.
I'm 140 pounds.
What does that mean? He could be 140 pounds in the Marines.
He's not. He's not.
How big?
Like 180.
Oh, that's not that big. That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
How tall is he?
He's like 5'8" probably.
Oh, dude, those legs are wide open.
Yeah, but I never took MMA with you guys.
No.
I was
You
too
just,
busy
you just
breaking-
boom, break those legs. Bow.
Yeah,
Chop them down.
that's probably true.
Like, everybody's tough till you kick them in the leg.
That is, yeah, I think about that a lot. Any fight,
Especially no shin guards,
yeah,
dude.
just immediate calf kick.
Oh.
Just as hard as I can.
Oh, it's lights out. If
Yeah.
you've never been kicked in the calf before, it's
will
not
not.
fun.
You will not walk for.
So, it's not fun. When you watch the UFC and you see those guys limping after like 2 calf kicks, and you're like, what the hell?
It's supposed to be tough.
Yeah,
They are.
it's because it hurts really, really bad, and it's not a good place to get kicked. It's like getting kicked in your hamstring or your glutes. It's just a place where you're just not used to it. It's just a more tender spot.
Yeah, and that's coming from a man who's got some steel calves.
Boom, steel. Rocking over there, what, 145 right now?
A little over 140, not quite.
Oh,
140.
okay. You looking good right now, though.
Thank you.
Packing on some muscle, been working out. What have you been doing?
I've been going to the just like a lifting gym. It's Fitness Connection. It's like $10 a month or something.
Oh, you gotta do it.
Yeah. My buddy, he's way stronger than me. He did 185 on incline today.
Nice.
I've been
On
following,
bench? Incline bench?
Yeah, incline
Hell
bench. And then I did like 75 pounds, but I've been working out there. I've been doing a push-pull leg 6 days a week routine for the most part. And I've been staying almost 100% consistent with that, except for this weekend. I had to help my buddy move. And I was already pretty sore from that because 3 18-year-olds moving.
Hey, that's a good friend, though. Moving is a bitch.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, moving and moving is a lot better when you have some help, for sure.
Yeah. But so I've been staying pretty consistent with that. And then I've been going to Muay Thai and boxing for a couple weeks now since I've been able to go back.
And why weren't you able to go?
At the tournament that me and Jordan competed in together, Jordan was able to go all 3 rounds. He won all 3 of his fights.
Two fights.
2 fights? Oh, yeah,
Two
that one guy
fights.
dropped.
No, same guy. I wasn't actually supposed to fight that night. So they told me the next day that it was a mistake. Because
Okay.
the guy that Ethan lost to
Dropped.
because
Okay.
Ethan hurt him so bad. So, hey, that's how you do it. If you're going to
Yeah.
lose, you make it to where the opponent can't compete the next day.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So
Yeah.
shout out to Ethan. That's a hell of a
He's
fight
the
right there,
killer.
man.
He has a teep like nobody else.
Facts.
Yeah.
I know.
It's stupid. It's not
I know.
fair. He's literally cheating.
Because I'm literally my only ability is just to keep walking forward, and teeps are literally the ultimate counter, and Ethan just teeps me all the time.
And stuff. So going back to my fight, I made it through the first 3 rounds of the fight, and then in the last, I think, minute or so of the 3rd round, I got kicked right in the head. And I didn't know it at the time, but it broke my jaw.
I think we should point out that you got kicked. You ate 3 of them before the
Yes.
4th one.
Yeah.
Before the 4th one did some serious damage. So, do you know which one broke it?
I think it was, I'm not 100% sure because that last one that knocked me down, I think it was that, but I don't know if that was just like, because when that hit me, it was a really weird experience because when it hit me, I heard the crowd, like everything was kind of just like deafened. Did you notice that in your fight? Could you really hear?
You couldn't hear nothing.
Except for Brandon.
Except for Brandon, which is crazy. We talked about that. I talked about that with John the last episode. When you're in the ring, you can't hear nothing but your corner. Yeah. And it's fascinating.
And I didn't even realize it until I got kicked. My ears were ringing. I hit the ground, and I was like, it was actually really funny. The ref came up to me, and he was like, "Are you okay? Can you fight?" And I went, "Yeah." And he said, "No, you can't." And then that was the end of that.
He said, "Yeah." I respect it, dude.
Yeah.
Tough, man. That's to eat 3 of them before the 4th one drops you, and he was y'all weighed the same.
Yeah, he was a killer, but
not really weighed the same.
We weighed the same at weigh-ins.
Yeah, you weighed the same at weigh-ins, but the
combative weight was
that and just the
Yeah, I remember seeing him. I'm like, surely that cannot be my opponent. And then
just the muscle difference between y'all two.
Yeah,
was pretty stout. And he was also an older guy.
He was an older guy.
Yeah.
He ended up winning the tournament. He knocked the next guy out in like 45 seconds.
Oh, he did.
Something.
Yeah. Which only speaks more to you.
Yeah, I felt really that made me feel a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, it also just speaks to John's gym in general. So shout out to John's gym and also Brandon Little, our coach. Like, he had us ready. Yeah. Those Shark Tanks, which we should. For those who don't know, Shark Tank is essentially 3 minutes. We did 3 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was
2 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, we did, or either that, or we did it 2 times. I'm not sure if you were there. We did one on a weekend.
I did one, when I did mine. We did 2 back-to-back rounds for mine.
Yeah, so you did 2 2-minute rounds. I did 1 3-minute round.
Okay.
Because I was able to go on, I think, like a weekend.
One of the weekends,
like Sunday, maybe. Yeah, but basically, they have it change out so a new person comes in either like at a random amount of time or like every 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, usually a shorter period of time. So essentially what it is we take the ring and we rope off the middle and we put 2 guys in there who are gonna compete, whether it's a tournament or a fight night or whatever it is. We put them in the ring, and then we get 3 guys or girls about the same size or bigger, and you have to go 3 minutes, and it's pretty much 80% plus. And you have to stand in the ring and pretty much defend yourself versus 3 people for 3 minutes. And we did, or 2, I guess I did 2 minutes, and we did 2 back-to-backs. And so essentially the people switch out every 15 to 30 seconds so that the people coming in stay fresh and the person fighting gets a new style, but also just full blunt force.
Yeah, it just is nothing. Like, it is so much to deal with.
It's kind of fun though.
It's fun. Like when you think back on it, but during that you're like, oh, this is death.
Yeah, it's pretty bad during it.
Yeah.
But when you think back on it, it's pretty fun. But then when you do the tournament and you do the actual fight, you realize how much easier it was because of the Shark Tank. And if it wasn't because of Jamal, if it wasn't for Jamal piecing my ass up the Tuesday before, I will not forget this. The Tuesday before the fight, not only did we spar, so we sparred first and then Shark Tanked. And during sparring, Jamal he's the same size as me. It's essentially the same thing that we were just describing with Riley's opponent. Jamal and I are the same size, but you can't tell. This dude is just a walking brick. And if it wasn't for him piecing my ass up in sparring and then piecing me up in Shark Tank and just hitting me so hard.
And on top of all that, he's our strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, that's also true. Good point. If it wasn't for that, the fight would have been terrible. That second fight. Because the second fight I was in, Jonathan Jones hits hard. And if it wasn't for Jamal getting me ready, it would have been rough. It would have been a whole different mental state.
Yeah.
But instead, I felt pretty prepared. How'd you feel going into the tournament?
Into the tournament, I was real nervous. And then, like, some people from our gym, like Jordan and John, kind of just said, like, yo, we're way bigger than you, and we hit you hard. You'll be fine.
It's true.
Yeah, and, thankfully I didn't win, but that didn't even, like, I gave everything I had. There was no way that fight could have gone differently because I knew I was in it. I was trying to win. I was doing everything I could. I just fell a little bit short, but that's okay.
But you felt like you had earned the right to be there.
Yeah.
Like you felt like you earned the right to fight him.
Yeah, he was better than me, and it just ended poorly. But like I definitely got in my shots. I think I was proud of myself for what I did.
That's good. That's what matters.
Yeah, like maybe I went in a little bit too early. I'd only been training for about 6 months by the time that started.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
So what's the plan? So you broke your jaw. You've been out now.
About 2.5 months, I think.
2.5 months. You just recently started training again, but you can't spar yet.
Yeah.
How's that affect you mentally?
It's just. It just changes things a little bit because I used to look for sparring is some of the best part of it because like everybody fights and then like everybody laughs afterwards about what everybody hit each other with
or during it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like it kind of sucks, but like I tried to do stuff, everything I could in between. Like at first I couldn't do nothing. Like they were like 2 weeks before you can even like run. Or no, it was 4 weeks. 4 weeks before you can run, and then it was 6 weeks before you can like do any weightlifting, and then 6 weeks before you can eat any solid food.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
No solid food.
No solid food.
What did you eat?
A lot of protein shakes, a lot of peanut butter. Because they gave me this recipe, or this like recipe thing, and like some of it was looking good until the last step of every recipe. So it was like, you know, like a hamburger, and I was like, that's weird. And then the last step of every recipe
was blend it.
It's like, yes, I want a warm blended hamburger.
Did you do it?
No.
Okay. So you only had you had to have something else.
I had like pudding and yogurt and
okay.
like oatmeal, which I had to shred before.
Even oatmeal was too much?
Yeah, they made me shred it before I ate it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But you got pretty lucky in regards to your jaw breaking because you didn't have to have it wired shut.
Yeah, I didn't. So it was was a clean break. It was broken all the way through, but it didn't get moved. So they were like, that was why they said no solid foods, because the solid food could have knocked it out of alignment. So I was lucky enough to not have to get my jaw wired shut.
Because what would happen if they had to wire it shut?
Like they like screw into your, I think your teeth or your bones or something, and just basically to hold it all together, and like it's like a cage of rubber bands across your teeth.
Bad.
And then just so stuff like that, and I was like, oh no, that would be the worst.
That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
That'd be pretty bad. I mean, that's worse than like when you have the braces on and then you have to get the rubber bands.
That's coming from a man who's had braces 2 times.
I've had braces once and I needed them again because my orthodontist fucked me.
Really?
Yeah, they told me I only had to wear my retainer for a year, and now here we are, all fucked up again. Damn. I know. I thought about. I was wondering like, what could we do? But it's probably too late.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
And plus, there's no proof. Can't prove that they said only 1 year. I don't think we have anything in writing. But I'm pretty upset.
Yeah, so I bought a mouthpiece before that tournament that was like, I think it was Shock Doctor.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, and it had like a warranty for teeth damage.
Yeah.
I was like, great. I thought my tooth was just like turned. Like I thought that was what was messed up, and I was like up to however much in like warranty or not warranty.
And it's like insurance
and then I
essentially.
And the doctor was like, yeah, no, it's your jaw. And I was like, damn it.
Damn, they don't cover jaws.
They don't cover no jaws.
Are you gonna get a custom mouth? Are you gonna get a better mouthpiece now?
Yeah, my mom's making me. She's real upset about the jaw.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. I keep putting it off. And I don't know why. But I need to get this custom mouthpiece ordered because I was cornering when I went to Arkansas and cornered the girls.
Yeah. When was that, like a month
it was
ago?
Like June 12th. Yeah. June 12th. So actually almost exactly a month ago. Today's 13th? 14th. Look at you on top of it. Damn, I wish I was younger again. Remember what day it is. It's a blessing, dude. Don't take that for granted because soon it all blurs together. Yeah, don't take that shit for granted because soon you're going to be like, fuck, is it Sunday? And then we're going to be like, nah, bro, it's Wednesday. You're going to be like, what? You're going to be just don't take that for granted. So we're in Arkansas, and Megan still had her gloves on, and she needed her mouthpiece removed. And so I went to go take her mouthpiece out, and she has a custom mouthpiece. Yeah. And I went to go take it out, and I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this? I had to like pry it out of her mouth, and she was like, yeah, that's a custom mouthpiece. And I was like, oh, I need one of those.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
different because I constantly am like, it constantly unaligned with my mouthpiece. Like it's okay, but it's definitely not snug like that. Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, I boiled mine. Some people don't.
Yeah. Like, I boiled mine.
I don't think Ethan ever boiled his mouthpiece.
Yeah, he also doesn't wrap his hands. I don't know if that's the person we should be modeling our Muay Thai after. Yeah. He doesn't wrap his hands. Speaking of which, my thumb hurts, and it's hurt for a while, and it might be like partly broken. I don't know. Does your thumb hurt?
That is the most fighter thing I've ever heard.
Does your thumb hurt?
No, my thumb's great.
Oh, dude, I hit somebody with a hook, and I guess I had my thumb up, like in the glove, or like partly up, and I hit their elbow with my thumb, and that was months ago.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And then every once in a while, it still happens, and I'm like, I probably should stop doing that. But yeah. I don't think it's good to kick elbows. Ask Conor McGregor.
Yeah, no.
Did you see that?
I saw it. I think Brandon posted it on his story.
Yeah.
But who posted it? Was it Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan initially posted it. So apparently it looks, and it could have been hit. It could have been hurt from training camp already.
Yeah.
But he kicked the hell out of Dustin Poirier's elbow.
Yeah. Didn't Olivia mess up her foot for a while because she hit an elbow?
Probably. It's not fun. Yeah. Kicking elbows is not fun.
Yeah.
Kicking an elbow, a knee,
hips,
which is pretty common.
Weston kicked me in the hip a week or two ago, I think, and then I got in a car crash, and I was like, "Oh, my hip hurts so bad," and then I was like, "Oh, wait,
that's because I got kicked." It has nothing to do with the car crash.
Yeah, I'm immortal.
You could have milked that though, dude.
Yeah,
you could have ran with it. Damn, you didn't see the opportunity?
Nah. Yeah.
Wait, what happened with the car?
The car's totaled.
What'd you do?
I just got.
Or who did it? Was it your
Okay,
fault?
so no, it was not my
Oh,
fault.
okay.
Do you know where like 620 or so it's like 620 that HEB? There's like a McDonald's over there, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going through there, and you can go straight from the HEB parking lot to the McDonald's parking lot, and he pulled out going straight to the McDonald's parking lot.
Okay.
When I was driving down this road, so he ran a stop sign.
So you had the right of way.
Yeah. So he pulled out right in front of me, and he was probably like 15 feet away from me, like real close. So
Say hi. Come here.
And,
Aria wants to say hi, guys. Come here. Over here. Get in the shot. Come here. Come here, dude. Okay, this way. All right. Aria, everybody. Okay, you done being the? Yeah, no, yeah. You want to go sit by Jeffrey? There you go. That's a good girl. She said, "Oh yeah, let me lick the book." Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, smells good. Okay. Yeah. All right, this is good. This is real good. I like it. Yeah. Okay, right behind the ear.
I'm back to that.
But yeah, so he pulls out, runs the stop sign.
So, and I see that I'm basically going to run into his driver's side door, like his door. So it's like, I want to, like, if I hit that dude, he would be dead right now.
Not be good.
Yeah. And,
do you mind? Hey, do you mind? We're trying to run a show over here, dog. You should probably be careful. What if that electrocutes you? Can you step over it nicely? Good girl. Yeah, real nicely. Yeah, that's a good girl.
So I'm about to hit his driver's door.
Just picture that whole thing just crashing. Okay. Yep, that's good. Yep. Breathe in the mic. That's exactly what they want to hear. Probably better than my voice. Yeah. Go, you can continue.
Okay,
this is pretty normal.
So he pulled out right in front of me. I'm about to hit his driver's side door, so I swerve basically in front of him because there was a car right to my right, so I couldn't go that way.
Okay.
And I was going probably like 30 miles an hour, so I could not have.
In the parking lot?
No, I was on a road.
Oh.
He came out of the parking lot.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, Riley, damn.
Yeah, that I could have seen how that would have been my fault. But I wasn't going all that fast, and he basically just. He was there, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I swerved. I tried to get out of the way, but just hit the passenger side.
Okay.
Yeah. So he hit the passenger side, and now I'm on the wrong side of the road. I got pushed.
Yeah, that's not good.
But thankfully, there was nobody coming, and I pulled into this apartment complex that's right there, going the wrong way. And then I turn in, and like people were like, "Are you okay?" Like there was a bunch of construction workers, and then I was like. Yeah, and I just got out of my car. I didn't park it or anything. I just left it kind of like in the entrance, and they're like, "Move it." And I was like, "Okay." So I pull out. I turn into the parking spot, and some guy walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I have a cousin that can fix that for you." I was like,
I respect it. Trying to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I was like, I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah, you have to.
My car is dead. My car has been murdered.
There's no fixing it,
publicly executed.
Legitimately.
Yeah, just gone. And then like, I'm just like, oh man, I like the Civic.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the plan now?
I don't know. I'm gonna get his car pretty soon, I guess.
What are you thinking?
Probably this pretty much the same. I saw a 2010 white Honda Civic for sale.
Okay.
Kind of over by John's gym.
Yeah. Not gonna get like a Tesla or something.
Well, you know, I don't get paid that much delivering pizza, so I feel like people don't want to tip me when I pull up in a nice car. They're like, "This kid."
Really? I feel like that would be in your favor. They'd be like, "Damn, this guy's hustling. He's delivering pizzas, and he's obviously got another job. Let me tip this dude more.
Yeah.
He's a hustler. Could be in your favor. I've thought about doing Uber in a Tesla for that exact reason.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a Tesla? Or you're getting one, right? Or you
hopefully. That's the plan. That's the plan. Either the truck or probably Model 3. Or if I can find a really old Model S, not a really old, but if I can find an old Model S, that'd be ideal. In a couple years, if I can find an old used Model S, because there's probably gonna be a lot of people upgrading to the new Model S that just came out.
Yeah.
So if I can find an old Model S with some low mileage and for a good price, that'd be ideal, because those things are clean.
Yeah, I like the way the Teslas look, except for like one, like the big, or like the SUV.
You don't like the SUV?
If it's white, it just looks like a big egg.
It's a good observation. So did the guy come talk to you, or did you talk to the guy?
Yeah.
Was he a kid, older?
He was an old man.
Old man, like how old?
Probably like 60, 70. So,
Damn.
Like, I don't think he should have been driving.
Oh,
probably.
That's not that old.
Yeah, but he didn't.
What if you're that old?
I'm not that old.
But what if you were, and someone said you couldn't drive?
Well, he hit me with a car, so I'll say whatever I want.
But so he didn't look both ways.
Yeah, he just pulled right out, and then somebody called 911 because it looked pretty bad.
Sure, but both of y'all were good.
Yeah, I was completely fine. I got like a few scrapes from.
You can't even really prove that that's from the car.
Yeah,
probably from Muay Thai.
Yeah, maybe. I got my worst scar from Muay Thai.
What'd you get? Let me see. What is that?
That's from you remember Hugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicked me.
He said he was coming back. He posted it in the group meet. Now that you just brought that up.
Really?
Yeah,
he
said he was. I think like a month ago. I can actually remember the exact message. You ready? He said, "No more excuses for me. I'll be back Tuesday." And I haven't seen him.
That is either means he's lying or maybe he's gone. No more Hugh.
Whoa, hey. Whoa.
He sliced me with his toenail. That's where that scar's from. When he kicked me.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
That's going to go away eventually.
I was like...
Yeah, but sometimes it takes a while. Yeah. So I had a scar right under my boob from paintballing. And it took 3 years to go away.
Really?
Yeah, so Philip Grant. Shout out to Philip Grant. I'm coming around the corner, and we're doing kind of speedball. Like the area is pretty small, relatively small. And I come around the corner, and we're probably me to Jeffrey, and he shoots me right in the rib, and it left a welt, size of a paintball, and it took 3 years for the scar to go away. But it went away. It just took a long time. And then I have a pizza scar on my stomach.
A pizza scar?
Yeah. So I was cooking a pizza for a girl. I didn't have a shirt on.
Nice.
No, it was a mistake. I should have put a shirt on. I should have had a shirt on. And it was in the oven, obviously. And I come to take it out of the oven, and it hits me right in the sternum. And just this long mark across my stomach. Burnt the fudgety fudge out of me, bro. And I think that scar's still here. It might have went away.
I have a little bit of I got one
check.
right here from a fry basket at like a fast food place.
Dude,
I pulled it out.
That shit gets hot.
Yeah, and I pulled it like right out of the oil. I like turned with it, and it got caught on something. And it just went right in my arm.
That's hot.
Yeah,
that's hot.
It was real hot.
Yeah, real hot.
Yeah.
What happened? Like workers' comp?
No workers.
Is that covered or no?
I mean, no, I don't think so.
You just toughened it out?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. My teachers are like, "Are you okay?"
The teachers?
Yeah, because I went to school.
Oh, okay.
It was a big it looked like someone just bit my arm.
Oh, it just like welted up?
It looks like kind of like a Nike symbol. A little bit.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Are you a big movie person?
I'm not a huge movie person.
Okay, what is Riley like?
I like the Marvel stuff. That's always good.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
your favorite Marvel movie?
Probably Endgame was real good.
All right, if you take the Avengers out, you freaking basic bitch.
Hey. Yeah, okay. So, not Ant-Man. Not a big fan of the Ant-Man stuff. Doctor Strange was good. I thought it was...
Bro, Doctor Strange was phenomenal.
It was like a good amount of different.
Oh, I can agree with that.
Yeah, and then Thor Ragnarok was good, but it wasn't like a Marvel movie good. It was a little
different, a little fun.
A
little lighthearted.
Yeah. What else? I mean, I guess Civil War doesn't count either.
No, Civil War is okay. Yeah. That's not quite an Avengers film. It's close.
It's close.
But it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, it was a build-up. So which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite?
If you had to pick one, which one do you watch? Okay, which one do you watch the most? Like, if it's on, you're like, all right, I'm going to watch it.
Like, I'll watch Thor Ragnarok for sure. That's
Okay.
on.
Okay.
And then I'll watch, what was the second Captain America?
That's what I was about to say. What about Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Dude,
That one was good.
Winter Soldier is, I think, the best
Yeah.
ISO Marvel movie. Winter Soldier's so good.
It's real good.
The fight scenes are incredible. Freaking Sebastian Stan with the knives.
Yeah.
He did all of that work. He said, I think he carried around the knife like for days and just practiced it.
I've seen like behind the scenes stuff about that.
He killed it.
Yeah, he really did. Did you watch I know you watch Loki. We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Captain America or not?
The
or
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I did. And then we're gonna get Cap 4. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but we're getting Cap 4.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Mackie is the Falcon. The Falcon is taking over. He's the new Captain America. And then I would imagine that the Winter Soldier would still be in there. Hopefully, he's one of my favorite characters. Who's your favorite character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
The Winter Soldier is real good. I liked Iron Man. Rest in peace.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, well, this was
years ago.
Yeah, this was pre-Corona. So
yeah.
a long time
You should have seen it by now. If you hadn't, sorry.
Wait, lost my train of thought. Hold up.
The best Marvel character.
Best Marvel character
in the movies.
In the movies. Okay, are you including X-Men or no? Just the MCU?
No X-Men yet.
Okay.
That'd be a side conversation.
Wanda was a cool character.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Wanda and the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that I think he played Killmonger. Was that his name?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Played Killmonger.
Yeah, he's going to be playing Black Panther now.
Well, no.
Really?
That's not true.
Really? I thought he was.
No. So, the What If series comes out next month. And that is... So, shout out to Deontay Epps and Dane Beasley. They talked about it in their episode of their podcast, the Duo Sports and Stuff podcast this week. They talked about how they believe that the What If series, even though it's animated, it's canon, so it's a part of the universe. All the voice actors are pretty much the same, other than like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., just because it's entirely too expensive to get those guys. So they believe that something happens in the What If. So something happens in the What If that is going to directly affect the MCU. And I think one of them potentially, so in the trailer of the What If, did you watch the trailer?
No.
So in the new trailer that just came out, they show Iron Man 1 and they show Killmonger saving Tony Stark. Or, well, not necessarily saving, but what we perceive to be saving, just based on the trailer. And what transpired from that is Deontay and my friends Deontay and Dane, they believe that potentially, if the What If series is a continuation, like every episode is a continuation versus every episode is a different scenario. If it's one continuation, that Killmonger becomes Black Panther towards the end of it, which could lead into the movie. But that's not confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But possible.
Sorry, that took me a second to...
But possible, because I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a really smooth way to do it.
Yeah, I would like... They have to bring in someone new, obviously.
Unfortunately, man. Rest in peace, Chadwick.
Yeah.
What
the fact that nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Not even Marvel.
Yeah.
Not even Marvel. This man shot... Kevin Feige didn't know. Disney didn't know. He shot multiple movies with stage 4 cancer, and no one knew. That's insane.
3 movies?
Something along those lines.
Because it was Black Panther.
And he also did the What If. So this is the last time we're gonna hear his voice on the big screen. So he's in the What If series. So he recorded all his lines before he passed away. And this is gonna be one of the last things that the last thing that we hear of him that's new on the big screen. Well, I guess it's not going to the movies, but on your big screen.
Yeah.
And it's just, damn, dude, that's crazy. The commitment.
Yeah, so,
He died doing what he loved. Because obviously you have to love it in order to continue to do it while dying.
So was it like the whole time, like even since the first movie?
I'm not entirely sure.
Because he was in 4 movies, I think. He was in Black Panther 1 and 2. Obviously.
Civil War. Well, just one. Black Panther 1.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Civil War.
Endgame and
Infinity War and Endgame. And then he recorded his lines for What If. So that's 5. Plus he also did other movies outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 21 Bridges. Yeah. 21 Bridges. And I think there was like 1 or 2 more in that time frame. And nobody knew. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's work.
And he was, in good enough shape to do a superhero movie.
Yeah. Doing all the choreography, the fight scenes, and I'm sure they had a stunt double for some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he still had to do physical activities. It's admirable. I mean, it's crazy to do that with stage 4 cancer. And not to just be like, no, I'm just going to stop and go live my life out on a beach till it's time. No, he just kept doing the movies. Because I think the movies obviously had ginormous implications. Like Black Panther was a very, very big deal culturally.
Yeah.
And I think that he felt that it was so powerful and so important that he felt that it was his need to continue to do it. And so it's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Talk about dedication. Just mindset.
Absolutely. It's the definition. Like if you look up dedication, then that his picture's in there. I mean, it's great. It's just, man, just sad.
Yeah.
Sad. He was too young, too good of a career upcoming, too good of a person. At least it appeared to be. It sucks, and hopefully whatever they do with Black Panther 2 does him justice, and hopefully it continues on that legacy, and hopefully it does it really well. And I think one of the ways to do that would to bring back Killmonger and make him Black Panther in the universe. I think that would be one way to do it.
Yeah.
Or have Shuri take over as well. That's another way to do it.
Yeah.
What else do you like to do other than... So if you're not a movie guy, what do you like to do?
I just kind of hang out. I go out downtown sometimes. Sometimes I go rock climbing. I haven't been in a while, but...
Where you go rock climbing?
Crux.
Okay. We were just talking about that the other day. I want to go.
Really?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, that...
Yeah. We were talking about... Yeah, we were just talking about that the last episode. Yeah. We want to go. He was talking about it, and then another guy at work, he rock climbs from time to time as well. We'd all like to go.
I have a friend.
It'd be fun.
I have a friend who's stupid good at rock climbing.
Hell yeah.
He's he competes.
Does he go outdoor rock climbing, or mainly just indoors?
Indoor, but he also does probably 95% of the time he does indoor, but he does outdoor.
It'd be super cool to go hiking, and then rock climb afterwards. Hike to this rock and then climb it.
Yeah, but he showed me. Or he posts videos on his Instagram.
Okay. What's his Instagram? You know off the top of your head?
It's climb.glenn, I think.
Climb.glenn. Shout out.
And he is this he's real tall. He's 6'4", maybe 6'5".
Just a real lengthy guy.
Yeah, so I think he has a +2, +1 reach or something, so he's got long arms.
Nice.
And he's the guy people look at when you rock climb, and there's always that guy who's upside down 20 feet in the air. That's him. And I'll be struggling to do some sloth level.
It's rock climbing's hard.
It's hard.
Not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, 15 minutes in, my forearms are just shot.
Yep.
Got the most insane pump in my entire life.
For sure. Thanks. Luckily from CrossFit, grip is damn near everything. So I have a little decent grip strength, but rock climbing is a whole nother beast, though.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's a whole nother beast. I mean, it's just hanging from the rocks and hanging from the grips it's a whole nother level to grip strength. And we talked about this last episode too. Did you watch the documentary Free Solo?
I was actually thinking about talking about that on.
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it in a while, but it's
phenomenal.
It's insane.
Phenomenal.
Like, dude, I get like piss scared. Like,
oh, dude, I could barely sleep.
Yeah.
My friend Dustin said he watched it before bed. And he said he couldn't go to bed. He said it took him like an extra hour to get to sleep. His heart was racing so bad.
And he's just like, yeah. So I just put my hand in the rock just like this, and I have faith. Like, no, you shouldn't. You're wrong.
Dude, that documentary is amazing.
It's insane.
It's amazing. How much do you know about Norway?
Not a ton.
Dude, I'm fascinated by Norway now. Yeah, so there's I talked about this before too, the Wild series on Disney Plus. And one of the series, there's Wild Nordic. And primarily covers the Scandinavia islands, but it also... Are they islands? Is Scandinavia an island or a peninsula? I don't know. We'll check. It's one of the two.
Yeah. And
it covers all of them, but primarily focuses on Norway. And for one, Norway is the most has to be one of, if not the most beautiful places in the world. It's gorgeous. And there is 800 plus miles of wilderness that no human lives in. People go hiking there and whatnot, and there's some houses from here, like some people who still live real traditionally there, but for the most part it's just 870 miles of straight wilderness, untouched by humans. And they still do a lot of Viking traditions.
That's dope.
Which fascinates me. So I'm sitting there watching this. So during the week I try to only watch documentaries. And then Sunday's kind of my day to watch whatever.
Yeah.
And
unless it's Loki.
Yeah, unless it's Loki. Unless something like that, that's the one exception. It's like those things that you have to watch time sensitive. Like things that are time sensitive.
Like it could be ruined for you.
Yeah, and I don't want it ruined. And I try not to ruin it for anybody else either. And so I don't want to ruin. So things that are time sensitive, yes, I watch. But mainly during the week, like at night, if I'm stretching, or foam rolling, or doing any of my recovery stuff, I watch documentaries. And the one that I'm trying to finish all of them is the Wild series. And the one that I've been fascinated by the most is definitely the Wild Nordic. I sit on the couch and just jaw wide open the entire time. Like it is breathtaking, the shots that they get.
Yeah.
And you've seen Mission Impossible 6?
No, I haven't.
So there's a scene in Mission Impossible 6 where they land a helicopter on this rock that's really high on a cliff. And it's became this like world famous spot that everybody hikes to now.
Yeah.
And it's because of the movie. Well, I'm sure it was famous before that, but it's really famous now because of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's just this ginormous rock that you can walk on, and you can look out into this Freylor, and it's just gorgeous. And 10 of 30 world's largest waterfalls are all in this area. And just the shots that they get are just so beautiful, and just so much. It's something fascinating about 800 miles of straight wilderness, just no humans.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it is. It's somewhere in South America, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like they made this like law that like in this certain area around a mountain and like all the way up the mountain, like, you can't touch it.
It's possible that it's in Chile, because that's another episode is Wild Chile.
Yeah, and it's just like you can see like from like the air or wherever they got the shot from, or of course the air, but
just gorgeous. Yeah.
And it's just like insane,
just
like
breathtaking.
It's just like there's like it's just like a wall or like just like a perfect split where you can see it is.
Yeah,
it's just insane,
dude. I love it. I love nature. I love learning about the animals. It also fascinates me. I bring this up all the time. They know nothing about blue whales, almost nothing. The world's largest creature, and they know nothing about it because they can't find them half the year. They don't know where the fuck they go. And maybe, and I might be butchering that a little bit, but essentially what they said in the show is that they literally lose them. And that they know nothing. They know little to nothing about those creatures.
It's insane.
They're 5-ton animals, and we lose them.
Not 5 tons, probably like 50 tons.
I think it's 5 tons.
Really? I thought an elephant.
I think it's
was
5 tons. I think an elephant's like a ton, because a ton is 2,000 pounds. I think. Yeah, I think so. 5 tons is 10,000 pounds. That sounds about right.
150 to 330,000 pounds, which is.
Oh, then I'm off.
That's like
150 tons.
Yeah, 150 tons.
Wait, that's how much a blue whale?
65. Oh, I'm so smart.
160 tons?
165.
Oh, I said 5 tons.
Yeah, I think elephants
Bro.
are like 7.
They lose 160-ton animal? That's even more mind-boggling. What the fuck? 160 tons.
That's at
And you
least
just
a
lose
couple
them.
Pounds. That's a,
what? So one thing that they do in this Norway village. So there's one part of Norway that doesn't freeze. It meets the Atlantic Ocean.
yeah.
And I believe it's closer to the northern tip. I could be really butchering that, but there's a part in Norway that doesn't freeze. And so they use that time during the winter to go fishing. And so they'll go fishing and they'll cut the head off and the tail off and sell the body. And then they have these huge racks that you can see from the sky, just these ginormous racks. And they freeze dry the heads and the tails. And they put them on these huge racks and they just leave them outside. It's so cold. And so they just freeze out there. And there's just like a mile worth of just fish heads and fish tails. And it's just an old Viking tradition that they've been doing for thousands of years. And there's something so cool about that.
That's insane.
And then they showed this picture of this church that was built 900 years ago. Just dead center of this wilderness. And it's just so crazy. Where the Vikings used to live. Just savages.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, they're so cool. And then Norway has all the species. Brown bears, wolves, Arctic foxes.
Yo, bears scare me.
Bears are, dude, what's more terrifying than a bear?
Yeah. Like, I think I could take like a cub bear, but I don't think I could take I would roundhouse that bear for sure. But like a mama bear.
What do you think would happen if you kicked a bear? Like, what do you think would happen?
Like if like a cub bear or dude, I would destroy that bear. I would. But the only way I can imagine it like ever happening to me is like I kick the bear and I'm like ha ha, ha, and then I turn around
And the mom comes
just
and
like
gets you.
standing on 2 feet, just like.
So a lot of people don't know that bears stand on 2 feet often.
Yeah.
So like these videos, a lot of people are convinced that's where the whole Bigfoot thing comes from, because bears walk on 2 feet often, and they don't know why. Gorillas do the same thing. They'll walk there's one gorilla in particular. I think John was talking about this. Last episode, where there's one particular gorilla that they follow who walks on 2 legs almost everywhere. Only walks on 2 legs. Like, just this dominant male.
Is it just like the opposite of Tarzan? Like
I don't know. But it's just like, Planet of the Apes type shit.
Yeah, my friend.
All he needs to do is just be able to talk.
So my friend went to Montana for college.
Okay.
And
Beautiful place.
Yeah, insane. Or I haven't been there, but
Have you been to Yellowstone?
No, I need to go.
Bro, beautiful.
Yeah, but he was telling me about how he was going hiking one time, and he walked into this group of trees, and like he looked around and he noticed he was in a bear's den. Like the bears weren't there.
Yeah,
but
it's a good place to be.
Yeah, you could like tell, like you could see like where the 2 cubs slept and where the mama bear slept because of the like holes in the ground.
What if he just slept in there and wait for the bear to come back?
Well,
you think the bear would like take him in? What if he was like a homeless person?
Well,
you think the bear would have sympathy for him and be like, "Oh no, we'll take you in, man. You can sleep in here with us." Like if the bear's ready for hibernation, you
Maybe
think it
if
would
you, like-
exert the energy to kill him? What if you just curled up with it? What if you just curled up with the bear while it's
Like
hibernating?
little spoon, or like little spoon in the bear.
You just put the bear paw over you, dude. You know how warm you would stay?
Yeah, probably pretty warm until the bear was like.
Well, as long as you're out by spring, you should be good.
Well, bears
In
wake
theory.
up. They don't sleep for that whole time.
Okay, so I don't fully understand that. What?
I think so. From what I understand,
Okay.
is that they eat a ton and they go to bed, but they still have to do some stuff.
They definitely eat a ton. But
I think they eat a ton, they go to sleep, and then they still have to wake up and do stuff. Like, but I think they do that because they know it's scarce. Like,
yeah.
so there's still some food.
So don't necessarily sleep the whole time?
Yeah, I think they have to get up and go to the bathroom or like, because like when
Do
they're
they?
probably
I don't know how hibernation works.
I
I
don't
literally
know.
picture them sleeping for months.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was explained to me. I was
Yeah.
lied to as a child,
Oh.
obviously.
Damn,
I remember
Disney
there was
movies.
it was a Christmas book about how they were trying to get the bear up for Christmas, and they couldn't do it. And that's from like the first grade, probably. And that's, I remember that book.
They were trying to wake the bear up and just
And
couldn't
that's
do
when
it.
I was like, oh,
it's in too
bears-
deep of a sleep.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, bears just hibernate, I guess. And then I saw it like one time. Somebody was like, yeah, no, they don't. And I was like, what? Like, there's a few things like that. Like narwhals are real.
Oh, what?
Narwhals are real.
What is that?
The like whales with the horns.
It's like a unicorn now.
What? The fuck?
Do you know what? Don't know what narwhal is? It was
No.
I believe it was in Ice Age 3.
But it's a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Like still alive.
Still alive.
Why have I never heard of this?
Actually,
Their tooth?
that's the horn, yeah.
Shout out to Apple.
Dude, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's like a huge horn.
Do they use it? They got to.
I think it's like dueling other males.
But they don't like use it to like spear hunt? They don't hunt with it?
I don't think
Seems like a waste.
it's just a
I
big
would.
tooth that's just overgrown. It's not like an actual.
That comes out of his mouth?
It's actually like coming out of one side of his head here.
Bro, I've never seen one of those.
I feel like you're.
Never seen that before. Ever. Did not know that was a thing.
You ever
Didn't
watch?
know it
You ever
existed.
watch the movie Elf? There's narwhal and Elf. It goes, "Bye,
Sure, but
buddy."
I'm not using elf as a
Maybe you should.
yeah, I'm not using elf to determine animal species. Like I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that was a thing at all.
Yeah.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. Very crazy. I didn't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into those. What are they called?
Narwhals.
Nar?
I believe it's spelled Narwhals.
Did you forget the E? Is there an E? No? Oh, look at you, dude. You're on top of your shit.
Yeah, what can I say?
High school paid off.
No. No, it did not.
Are octopuses aliens?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Oh no, I knew that.
Squids
I
aren't.
was just
though.
seeing if you knew that. No, squids are dumb compared to octopuses.
Yeah.
Actually, since it's used as a sensory organ to like make that change to its environment.
A sensory organ?
I guess like your teeth are sensory.
Dude. Could you imagine being able to smell or being able to sense things like an animal?
Yeah, like
Like a bear, for instance.
yeah, or even like falcons have that insane
Bro.
vision.
Bro. Eagles and falcons. Owls. They're fascinating creatures.
And they can turn their head so much.
Yeah, owls are crazy. Can they go full circle? Can they go full 360?
No,
or
they can-
like pretty
I-
close?
They can go, I think, like
180?
180
And then
or
they have to turn.
almost in each direction.
And then okay, that makes sense. Could you imagine if they could go 360? How trippy that would be, bro. Alright, you're really testing your luck over there with that cord, huh? You're just like looking outside, just seeing if anything changed. Yeah, you would think this dog is the most deprived animal in all of the world. You would think that she
Yeah.
just stays at home and nothing. Little do you know, she went on a 5.5-mile hike today in the wilderness. And look at her still. Just like, I wish I had more attention. It's like, damn. Like, what do you want, dog? Running a podcast, freaking working a full-time job, buying a house.
Learning about narwhals.
Learning about narwhals. And then she gets walked every morning. Every morning. She gets walked. Unless, like, a few exceptions here and there. But 9 times out of 10, she gets walked every morning. And most nights, she'll go for at least 10 to 15 minutes at night before we go to bed. And she still seems so deprived. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how to make her happy. It's like an actual woman. It's just too much over here. Like, it's just too much.
Too much?
It's too much. She's crazy. We even took a nap today. Even cuddled. Yeah. She's got nothing but love today. She ate twice. She's she's drunk at least like 3 water bowls worth of water today. Yeah, she's like well hydrated, well fed, well cuddled, and well exercised. And still walking around here like just, I can't believe these fuckers are setting up a podcast in my living room. Yeah, unbelievable. Unacceptable.
What's up with this messed up white lefty woosy my ass?
Wait, you mean it's not lefty tighty, righty loosey? That's not how it goes?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I think you could be 100% sure, seeing as that's what I did earlier, and the lamp fell apart.
Yeah, but you were just facing the wrong way.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was facing south instead of north.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Good logic. That's why we.
What other animals fascinate you?
What other animals?
Like, what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal. I fuck with penguins so much.
No shit.
Dude,
That's my sister's favorite animal.
Did you know penguins have knees, like up in their body? Like they have knees.
That's never been any of my nature shows. Explain.
Like they don't have like any use, but they have them. Like they evolved, I guess this is just me thinking right now. But I know they have knees for a fact.
Okay.
But they're like up in their body, pretty much. So their legs are like the bones. The legs are like way longer than you would think. It's just their feet that are tiny. Like their legs.
So their legs are like in their body essentially.
Pretty much.
Okay. And they have knees.
Yeah.
Like kneecaps.
Don't know about the kneecaps.
So technically, you could shoot out a penguin's kneecap.
Sure. That's not what.
Be a fucked up thing.
Yeah, I mean,
be a fucked up thing to do. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, if the penguin owed you money, you could blast his kneecap.
I could, if I'm ever put in that situation.
You never know. What if you get robbed by a penguin one day?
I think I could take a penguin.
Dude, I don't know. Those emperor penguins are kind of scary.
Yeah, their tongues are scary.
Bro. So wild Chile. The penguins, I think they're king penguins. I think they're king penguins. No. I think they're actually king. Yeah, I think they're actually king penguins in Chile. They swim about 6,000 kilometers every spring to get to their mating ground. To get to their breed.
That's some pretty good cardio.
Dude, 6,000 kilometers.
What's that in miles?
Like
4,000.
20. So it's 2.2. So like 2,800, 2,600, give or take, 2,600 miles. That's a lot. That's a lot. I could be wrong on the conversion there, but close.
Sure.
That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. No. 6,200 kilometers. Or just do 6,000. It was somewhere along those lines.
3,700 miles.
I was way off. 3,700 miles. So
Yeah.
it's not exactly 2.2 miles 2.2 kilometers into a mile. Interesting.
I think it's more like
bamboozled.
1.8 maybe.
That sounds about closer. Yeah, 1.8. Based on that math, it's about 1.8.
Yeah.
Good job. Quick math. So, penguins. What else about penguins? Why are penguins your favorite? What else?
They're just adorable. They feel. I feel like they're hiding something. I don't know. I think they're hiding something. They are incredibly stealthy animals. Are you kidding me? But the bottom of them are white, so when stuff looks up, it only sees the white, so it just looks like the sky.
Okay.
From underwater, and their tops are black, right? So if they look down, it just looks like the abyss. Like if you're looking at a penguin. It's way too stealthy for just some bird that can't fly.
It also can't really defend itself, though.
Have you ever watched the penguins in Madagascar? Because
they be fucking shit up.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh, the actual movie.
Yeah.
I was like, in Madagascar? Like, they be fucking shit up over there? Is that the fun fact that you bring out at parties, that penguins have knees?
You say that like I get invited to parties. But
I mean, I would imagine someone had to invite you.
Yeah, I've gone to a few, but I didn't
That's
feel
not...
the need to break out the penguin knee fact.
So okay. So if you're at a party, what's the fun fact that what's your go-to fun fact?
I don't go to a lot of parties.
No, but I'm saying if you were at a party.
Yeah, if I was at a party.
Yeah. What's your go-to fun fact?
My shins are weapons of mass destruction. What's your fun fact? Give me.
Damn it! I was already thinking about it. I couldn't come up with one witty enough.
Yeah, that's about as much wit as you can get.
My fun fact, I don't know. I honestly think the blue whales going missing is a fun fact.
Yeah,
that's a fun fact.
Pretty crazy.
A lot of people also don't know that the cuttlefish passed the human cognitive test.
What's the cuttlefish?
The cuttlefish. I think the actual name is synthopod, something like that. And
close enough.
Yeah. So they passed the human cognitive test. Now, what that means, I don't know. But there's a video of a cuttlefish. So a cuttlefish is kind of like an octopus. It can mimic its surroundings.
Okay.
And there's a video of a cuttlefish near a checkerboard. And you can see the wheels turning in his brain, trying to mimic this checkerboard. And he can't quite figure it out, but he's trying. And that's crazy. Cephalopod, thank you. Cephalopod. Dude, yeah, they're crazy looking. They also look like they could fuck you up. He looks like he could eat you. Look, man. That's the perfect picture right there. If we were ever ruled by anything other than humans, tell me it wouldn't be that thing. That thing looks like it's smart enough to rule us. That could rule us. We could be ran by octopi. If they were land creatures, they would take over.
Yeah, but they stay where they belong, the ocean.
Lucky for us.
Yeah, and how they can fit through stuff,
open a jar.
Yeah, but they can fit through anything that's smaller than
they can just
heart or eyeball, maybe.
They just straight through.
Isn't the cognitive test the one they use to test AI to see if it's getting close to our level?
Oh, that's scary. Is that what it is? I have no idea. I don't know, but we need to get you a mic.
Yeah,
You're dropping some gems over there. He said, do they use the cognitive test to determine if AI, where AI is? Something I paraphrased that pretty badly.
No, I think that is it.
Yeah? They use the cognitive test for AI?
So see where it's at.
Oh, that's terrifying. Has AI passed the cognitive test yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, so this cephalopod is smarter than current AI?
Or is the best AI?
Oh.
No, probably.
What if we just started using them as AI? What if you just went into the nearest Walmart and a cephalopod is checking you out at the self-checkout?
Wait, I'm thinking of this might be the same thing, but I'm thinking of the Turing test.
The Turing test?
I think that is a cognitive test, or it's specialized for AI.
Oh, okay. So it's like a brain. Oh, that's good for now. So yeah, it's coming. They're definitely gonna pass it soon. I mean, if he can do 1 million backflips in a second, I'm sure they can pass the test soon. But what does that even mean? Like, what does it mean that they pass the cognitive test? Like, does that mean they can like do 2 + 2?
I think it means they can learn.
Oh, they're self-aware.
They know that they're alive.
Whoa. Whoa. When you put it in that term, that makes it even creepier. Yeah, so he said that it essentially means that they're self-aware, that they understand that they're alive. Like almost as if they have a consciousness. And that's what separates us from animals, is that we have a consciousness. And that's crazy. That's really creepy. It's really. Have you watched my pet teacher, my pet octopus teacher, on Netflix?
I can't say that I have. What?
I haven't either, but apparently it's really good. It's a documentary on octopuses, octopi.
Octopi.
It's a documentary on them, but it's like covered up as like a show, but it's really a documentary on octopi. I ate one the other day. They're widely delicious.
They're coming for you first.
I know. I'm fucked. But I mean, there's a large culture that they'll probably go after before me. I've only eaten like 2.
Yeah, but you're the first one here, probably.
First one where?
In this room.
Oh, so it's coming here?
Yeah, it's gonna leave me alone. I've never eaten any octopus.
Never?
Yeah.
They're widely delicious. The head is a little weird, but the tentacles are awesome.
To die for.
They're really good. They get nice and crispy. They're delicious. To die for, yeah. It's gonna get me killed.
Because you're going to die for it.
Oh, they're good. Yeah, I went to all you can eat Korean barbecue, and spicy baby octopus, and it was a baby. I know I'm fucked up.
Yeah, now they're definitely going for you.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
young.
fucked for sure. Well, I didn't kill him. I just ate him. It was already dead. I didn't kill it. I didn't do that.
Okay.
I just ate it. I'm not really to blame. It was on that menu. What do you expect?
Yeah, if you really think about it, it's capitalism to blame.
Yeah, I was innocent. I was innocent in this whole thing. It was on the menu. I'm adventurous. I wanted to try it. And it was delicious. Really good. Have you been? Have you like done all you can eat barbecue here in town?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it was a good time. What do your parents do? Y'all go to dinner? Like, what do y'all do?
No, we usually eat at home.
Who cooks?
My mom.
She a cook?
Yeah, she can cook pretty good.
Pretty good?
Or yeah, really good.
Really good.
It depends on the dish.
What's the dish? Like, what does she make?
Bro, risotto.
Oh,
Gas.
isn't that
so good?
Isn't that a wine?
No, it's a. It's like.
No, risotto's not a wine. I'm pretty sure that's a wine.
I think.
Okay, but that's I'm assuming that's an Italian dish.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's an Italian dish,
or
it's
a pasta dish.
It's
But it's wine, right?
I think it's spelled
Rosso.
or Rissotto. It's like
I'm thinking of something
it's
else.
like a grain, like it's like rice kind of. So it's
Okay, interesting.
And
She throws down with that.
bro,
What else goes in there?
so it's like this. It's basically like super fancy mac and cheese, but a million times better.
Oh,
It's so good.
okay.
There's
I'm intrigued.
There's saffron in it.
Can you give me this recipe?
Yes.
Can you send this over?
Yeah.
Like a family recipe, or
I
is it a
think-
secret?
No, it's not a secret.
Okay.
I think she got it off of the Food Network, but it's so good.
It's so good.
I don't care.
Shout out to the Food Network. It's so good.
Shout out to Julie. Let's go.
Is that what
yeah.
it looks like?
Yeah, and it has like
Kind of looks like couscous.
yeah, but it has like a whole bunch of cheese and like pancetta. I think pancetta or another.
Pancetta's kind of like prosciutto.
Yeah, it's either that or prosciutto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, at work the other day, we had this potluck for Dustin. Dustin finally quit Rooms to Go after 16 years. I mean, the place of employment. Fuck. I don't know. And we had a potluck, and they were all individually wrapped, and we had these individually wrapped prosciutto wrapped Parmesan cheese. It was like stick cheese. You ever eat stick cheese as a kid?
My mom.
You just peel it.
I remember my mom was eating that when I was a little kid, and I was like, "Can I have a bite?" And I took a bite, and she was like, "How much did you like it?" And I said, "Kinda." And she said, "It's too expensive for you to kinda like it."
So we got these, and it was these like essentially like stick cheese wrapped in prosciutto, and it was so good. It was delicious. I had like 6 of them. And then Jeffrey came in and he was like, "Where were these all day?" And I was like, "Right here." He was like, "Why didn't I try these?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then he tried it, and it was delicious.
Yeah, they're so good.
It was phenomenal. I've never had I've had a cheese platter and prosciutto, but I've never had cheese wrapped in prosciutto.
It's life changing.
Oh, it was really good. Really good. And then you know what else was really good? Like home fries, like skillet potatoes with like seasoning salt.
Yeah.
What else she make?
What else she make? She makes some fire carne asada,
Ooh,
which is really good.
okay.
Cold braised pork. You know what that is? Do you know what that is? It's basically like pork cooked in like Coke.
Oh, Coke braised pork.
Or cola braised pork.
Oh, I think it's cold.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like super like tender. It's
I bet like I would imagine that the acid in the Coke really tenderizes
really
the
good.
meat.
Yeah.
Okay, a little extravagant cooking over there. Y'all don't go out to eat much? No, no,
Yeah.
just not the thing, or
Yeah, we used to sometimes, and then like me and my brother are never really home at the same time. So.
wait, you have a brother?
Yeah, I have an older brother.
Older brother?
Yeah, he's about to move out, I think.
How old is he?
He just turned 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
About to branch out?
Yeah, I think he's moving to LA, maybe. He's talking about it.
Damn. Right now?
Soon.
Seems like an odd idea.
I think like end of the year.
Seems risky.
Yeah, I mean
Place
he's
kind of in shambles.
He's gonna be a firefighter, so it's kind of perfect.
This is a good place.
Yeah.
There's lots of fires to be put out.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally.
They're paying a lot of money for firefighters right now. Like
Oh, for sure.
Like he doesn't have the firefighter certification yet, but he has like an EMT certification.
Mm-hmm. Why does he want to be a firefighter here?
I think his girlfriend is also moving out there. So.
So he's following a girl.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It goes one of two ways.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, we also have a lot of family out in California. I was born in San Diego.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You go back? Or have you been back?
Yeah, I've been back a few times. I haven't been back since I remember it was 4/20 of 2019 because it was my cousin's wedding, and like all my friends were posting all these and like videos of them doing completely legal activities. And
they got married on 4/20?
They got married on 4/19.
Oh, okay.
And then the next day,
the party was on 4/20.
Yeah, and then we all were like hanging out on 4/20, and I was with my family.
Blitzed.
No.
Dunskies.
Not Dunskies.
No.
Nothing.
No Dunskies.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. It was heartbreaking.
Nobody?
Well, I was like...
So what was the point? It just happened to fall on 4/20?
I just happened to be there.
Oh. I thought this was planned. This seemed calculated.
Seemed calculated, but no. And then, but the entire state was just like marijuana. Just, like the entire state smelled.
Yeah, because 2019 April, it was legalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of that January.
Yeah, I remember it being that, like I remember the smell being like everywhere. Like even on like the highway, I could smell it. It was insane.
Just
like,
everywhere.
Just
everybody's like, no.
Nowhere was safe.
I can picture that. Savages out there. It's a crazy time to be in California.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure half the population is here now.
Yeah. California is really something.
It's something. Something. Beautiful place, though.
Expensive place, though.
Very expensive. Gorgeous. I was in San Diego 2017? No. Wow, that was a lie. 2014. College spring break. We went out to San Diego. It's a lot of fun. My friend John Williams, we went to an EDM club, like a EDM show. Yeah, electric music. It was downtown San Diego. It's like in a basement. I don't remember the place. I don't remember what it was called. But we go there, right?
Yeah.
And the show was probably like 4 hours. And probably about an hour in, we get separated. I end up with these two girls and get separated from him, and I don't find him for the rest of the show. I was fairly drunk, so I didn't really notice until after the show that I didn't know where he was. And then, so we were told once we left the show to walk to where my friend bartended at, and they would take us home. So I had the address.
And
so
he did not.
No, he did.
Oh, okay.
He did, but his phone died. We later find this out. So I leave the bar, or leave the show, and I'm walking to the bar. I make it to the bar. And like I've called him like 6 times, no answer. You know, when it goes just like straight to voicemail. Like no ring, no nothing, you know, the phone's off kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I get to the bar, they come pick me up. And so we go driving around for him. And we drove around the venue like 3 times, and finally we see him. And I remember this face still to this day. He did the most drunk, happiest run to the car I've ever seen. And the first thing he says when he jumps into the car is, "I thought I was going to have to sleep on the streets." Like, so we're asking him, we're like, "Dude, what happened?" So somehow, like, before even the main artist got on,
yeah,
during one of the openers, somehow this man got kicked out of the club. Apparently he was walking. Apparently he tried to get into the VIP section, and I guess I don't remember exactly what happened, but anyways, they ended up kicking him out like an hour into the show. And so for like 3 hours, this man was just walking around the venue. Just walking
really
around the
thought that
venue,
light
just
was
waiting
going
for
on.
us. Yeah, no, right? It's only a matter of time. She's pretty good, though. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty conscious. She's pretty aware. She might be able to pass the cognitive test.
Probably.
She's passed that chord multiple times now.
Yeah.
Very perfectly.
Self-aware.
It hasn't even wobbled. This chord, this side of the chord has, but the lamp hasn't wobbled.
Yeah.
Not once. And she just came this way. That's a scary way. But,
Yeah.
so he got kicked out. And so he's walking around the venue multiple times. And finally we find him. And just, dude, just the look on his face when he's running to the car. He was like, "I thought I was going to have to sleep on the streets." He was so scared. And so we were happy we found him. He was happy we found him. And what a wild trip. So in a week, I spent $2,000 on food.
$2,000?
Yeah, in a week. Yeah. We ate out 5 times a day. I worked out all 7 days that I was there. Every single day at World's Gym. And World's Gym is not necessarily outdoors, but it's a real California gym where, you know, the garage doors are open, the doors are open, no AC type thing. So I worked out 7 days and I still gained 15 pounds.
Dude, so you were big balling. $2,000, 5. So wait, the math here. Okay, so that's so $2,000. 5 meals a day. 7 days.
Yeah. So that's 35 meals.
So that's just short of $300 every day. Just short of $60 every meal.
Oh, that sounds roughly correct.
You better.
I mean,
You're better than
it's
this.
in that ballpark. No, it was worth it.
Really?
Oh, it was wonderful. I ate so much delicious food. When I travel, that's what it's about. I'm trying to eat all of the food.
All of it.
All of it. All of it. I'm trying to try everything. So we had a whole list of places that we wanted to try, and we knocked a good majority off the list. Yeah, we did a great job of knocking them off the list. Like, we were up every day at like 6:30 a.m. and we didn't go to sleep probably until at least 1 or 2 every day. Like, we did the trip right.
You did the trip.
We absolutely
You did the
maximized
trip.
it.
You were dead at the airport.
Oh no, we drove.
Oh, you drove. So
Yeah,
You were,
and we made it in one shot, both ways.
from here.
Yeah.
Or, damn. isn't
24 hours. 20. It was like 22 and a half, give or take.
it- Yeah, I
And we
remember
made it both ways.
I remember driving to San Diego when I was real little,
Yeah.
and
The drive there was fine. It's that miserable drive back to
Yeah,
reality.
but, like when I was real, like we were driving up there, and I was like 6 years old, and you know when you're like 6 and like 10 hours feels like half of your life.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. It's miserable. I mean, it takes 10 hours just to get out of Texas. Like 12 hours to get to El Paso.
just to leave Texas in any capacity other than driving into the ocean.
Or driving into Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Oklahoma's kind of close.
But I drove, like when I drove up to Colorado, it was like I think like 60% of the drive was just getting out of Texas.
Oh, easily.
Or no, probably,
it might even be more than that.
I think it's like 75.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was like
once you get out of Texas, I think you have 4 hours left or something.
Yeah, I think it's
something
it was
silly.
like a 16-hour drive. Or
yeah, and about 10 to 12 of it is spent in Texas.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Going east to west across Texas is not fun, and there's not much to see. It's a pretty boring drive.
You see like cows.
Yeah, it's a pretty boring.
Silos.
It's a pretty boring drive for sure. No, we did the trip right, and that's a travel buddy right there. Like that's a good way to do it. We were up every day, maximized the days, and tried a bunch of delicious food. Worked out the entire time. Had a great time. Spent a lot of time at the beach. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Have you been outside of the United States?
Yes, I've been. So I went to Mexico when I was like a baby.
Okay.
So that doesn't really count. But I went to Costa Rica. I guess. It was when my brother graduated from high school, so I guess it was.
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2018, we went to Costa Rica, and that was pretty insane.
Costa Rica's fun. How was it in the cars? They drive crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's a honking system.
Yeah, like
all day.
We were leaving the airport, and like we get to like the place we're staying at just for the night because we got in there pretty late at night.
Okay.
So we just stayed at like some like
right close to the hotel.
Yeah, close. And
I mean, close to the airport.
Yeah, close to the airport. But on the way there, I have never seen my dad so stressed in his entire life.
For what?
Because of the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like he like stopped at like a red light and people were like honking at him and he was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then,
oh, he drove.
Yeah, he was driving.
Oh, what the fuck? No one told him not to drive? You definitely let the locals drive.
Yeah.
He drove the whole time?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's ballsy.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
Yeah, that's ballsy.
Because we went to 2 different places. I forget because we stayed pretty close to like the airport city, whatever that was. And then we went down to Samara.
Okay.
Which is like a beach, and it's just like super, just like nice. Like,
yeah.
Like it's still like locals live there and stuff, but it's like, you know, like just
pretty touristy.
Yeah, pretty. Or not even pretty touristy.
Okay.
Just like pretty, like just like the beach is clean, just like it's pretty insane.
Good food.
Good food. Yeah. And we went zip lining through like the trees.
Yep.
And it was like really cool. And oh my god, they made me rappel down from a tree, and I was not informed that I was going to have to do that. And they pretended to drop me. Like, they let go of the rope for a second.
Who did?
The guy.
The guy. Yo, he probably got a good kick out of that.
He did.
He probably does it every time.
Yeah, and like he was like, you can also go upside down. So my dad went upside down, and he went after me, or before me, so he didn't see me get dropped.
Yeah.
He only dropped my dad at first, which was really funny when it happened to him. Not so much for me. But they set up like a camera, and he was like, "Can you see the phone?" And he was like, "No." And then he drops him. He goes, "How about now?" And he's probably like 5 feet above the ground, like his face. I was like, "Oh my god." My dad.
Dude, I used to do that with people's food at Cracker Barrel. So whenever we have new people, whenever we get a new server or something, we would always get them to run behind us with our food. So if we had multiple trays of food for a table, we would call for another runner, and we'd always get the new people to do it. And so I would have one tray in my hand, and I'd pass the tray worth of food out. I don't know, you probably got a poop, huh? I'd pass the tray worth of food out. And when the new person would hand me the tray worth of food, I would act like I dropped it, and I would get it pretty low to the ground. And I would do it every time with every new person. And the look on their face every time was priceless. And I think there was only one time I did it to a new person, and they just stared at me. Like, they weren't amused at all. Not amused at all.
Just no emotion.
No, they were not amused. Yeah, no. Because the tables would always clap. And I just remember this person just staring at me like they were so angry.
Some people, it's like you can tell when you have that server who's just like, I don't get paid enough for this. Like that was my entire career when I worked at Freddy's.
Yeah.
That entire
a little different,
yeah, but still
waiting tables at a bigger restaurant.
The drive-through, like you could tell that I did not like. I was like, "Welcome to Freddy's. What do you want?" It's just like not a care in the world.
Yeah,
I got paid like $9 an hour. I was like, I do not care.
Yeah, it's a little different when you work for a good restaurant. You're making more money.
Yeah.
It's a little different. We had so much fun with it. We used to do stuff like that, like fake drop the trays. We'd act like we'd trip with the trays. We had a good time. I would carry 2 trays at once. Yeah, my friend and I, Terrence, we would have so much fun with it. Like,
did you ever actually drop a tray?
A tray? No. I never dropped a tray.
I've
I've spilt a drink off the tray, of course, but I've never dropped the whole tray.
Dude, sometimes I can only imagine like how much that would suck though. Because like I remember dropping food when it took me like 2 minutes to make new stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I dropped a whole like order just on the ground and just like right in front of the people too, and they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna have to wait for another."
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. She's got to go outside. It's okay if you want to. And yeah, dude, we used to have so much fun, man. I miss it. I really do. I miss waiting tables. It was a lot of fun.
Really, I've thought about doing it for a while.
Yeah,
I was like, that was
great
like
money.
That was like the plan. I was like, I want to quit Freddy's and I want to be a waiter. And then like coronavirus happened, and I was like, oh no.
Oh, dude, every place is hiring right now.
Really?
Yeah, man. Chewy's in Round Rock make $400 a shift on a weekend. $400 if you work a double on the weekend, you'll make about $400 a day. And then in a shift, like a normal shift, probably about $180.
That's good money.
Oh, it's great money.
Yeah,
it's great money. It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
You just have to write stuff down.
I have a pretty decent memory, so I got away with a lot. Like when I was waiting tables, I could remember. I'd write down food orders, but drink orders and like if someone needed ketchup or something like that, I didn't have to write it down. They used to give me and Terrence the whole third dining room, so there'd be 14 tables just between the two of us, and we used to just crush it.
Yeah,
we used to just crush it because we very much worked a buddy system, so we just worked all 14 tables together essentially, and we just killed it, dude. Just killed it. We had just regulars out the wazoo. The hosts knew to sit us just unlimitedly. Like they just continuously sat us. Yeah. And it was so much fun. We used to be so busy. Everybody would ask for us. And it was the best.
That would be kind of fun.
It was the best.
I feel like having regulars would be really fun.
It's cool. So when I quit, I still worked for Cracker Barrel, but I moved here to Austin. So my first Cracker Barrel I worked at was in the Conroe, which is near the Woodlands, close to Houston. And I worked at that Cracker Barrel. And when I quit, I had probably 4 regulars who all gave me $100 before I left, $100 tips. And every Christmas we got Christmas cards from all of our regulars. It was cool. It was cool, man. It felt like you directly impacted their life on a weekly basis, because very much at Cracker Barrel, it's the same guests every week because they would run weekly specials on every day. It was different. And so most people had their favorite weekly special that they wanted, so they would come once a week on that day. Yeah. And so, like, I knew who was coming on Fridays. I would know who was coming on Wednesdays. I would know who was coming on Saturdays. Like, I would know who was going to be there. And I would know their orders. I wouldn't even have to go up to the table. I just bring it out. And, yeah, man, they took care of us. They took care of us well. Birthday cards, graduation cards when I graduated college, Christmas cards every Christmas. I still keep in touch with some of the customers.
Really?
Yeah, I have a few on Instagram.
That's crazy.
It was awesome, man. It felt meaningful. And then now what I do, it doesn't have that same kind of, that
connection.
The connection, and also just doesn't have that same fulfilling properties. Like, it's not the same. Because I'm a huge foodie. Like, as I said, I love food. Nothing makes my heart smile more than food. Like, I've come to grips that my physique is only going to ever be so good because of how much food I like. And that's just something I have to accept.
Yeah.
That I know that I'll never look like a fitness model just because I just love food too much. Love food. Asian food, Hispanic food, all of it. When I was in Italy, the food was phenomenal.
Yeah, my parents told me about how.
Yeah, the food's phenomenal. The pasta's different. It's just different.
Did you get the squid ink pasta ever?
No. So maybe when I was in Spain, I believe I got squid ink paella, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe at one of the restaurants, I got the black paella, which was squid ink, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can't imagine what else it would be.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So good. So good. The food in Spain was amazing. Papas Bravos, so good. My sister has been trying to replicate the recipe for years now since we've gotten back at her house. She just can't get it. She's gotten it close, I think. She said she's gotten it pretty close, but it's not the same as being there. It's so good. And when I travel, I try really hard not to eat at the same place.
Yeah. But
each time, it never fails that we fall in love with a place that we go multiple times.
Yeah, just because
it's just so
one
good.
Thing is so good.
It's not even. It's more than just the food, though. It's always the experience. The food is like the icing on the cake. The cake is the experience. And what was cool? So the first place we went to in Spain, we get to Madrid. We get into our Airbnb real late. I think we got to the Airbnb at like midnight. We went to sleep. We woke up, and we went to this place that was right next to the Airbnb. So we stayed downtown Madrid in the Airbnb, my sister and I. And we walked everywhere, both in Italy and in Spain. We walked everywhere. We took an Uber maybe once or twice. And we went to the place right next to the Airbnb. It's just this little hole-in-the-wall cafe. And we get there, and our waiter is a white dude from Australia who speaks fluent Spanish. So instantly I'm fascinated. Instantly. I'm just so, like, instantly I'm like, oh,
was it
this is cool.
Was it Spanish with, like, an Australian accent, too?
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember if the Australian accent kicked in during the Spanish.
Okay.
Because he spoke really good Spanish. But definitely when he talked English, full Australian.
I'm just, like, trying to imagine what the Spanish-Australian combo is.
I was just so mind blown. So I immediately had to start picking this dude's brain. I was like, how did you get here? Why are you here? How long you been here? What are you doing? And so essentially he came over, I think, to go to school from Australia. Ended up in Madrid. Went to school. Fell in love with a woman. Had kids. Stayed. Never left. And ended up becoming fluent in Spanish. And I just thought that was so cool. That's such a life. Like, to leave your country, go to a different country, fall in love with a woman of that country, and just never leave. That's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's a story.
It's a
for
movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a story. So immediately we had to go back to this place multiple times, and so we did. We went back. We went the first day we were there and the last day we were there. Got the same server both times, so that was cool. And yeah, I was just fascinated by this dude.
So cool.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would have got him on Instagram or something. It would have been an interesting podcast because he's just an Australian dude who spoke fluent Spanish, waiting tables in Spain. And I was like, fuck, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've always thought it'd be really fun to go wait tables in a different country.
Yeah. Especially
cool.
like if it's like anywhere where a lot of tourists are coming through.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear so many stories.
Yeah.
So many stories, so many perspectives, so many different things, and I love it. I mean, that's what this is about, sitting here and just talking to people. And that would just be so much fun. So much fun. And we had a great time. In Italy, it was the same thing. It was another one of those same things, like experience. Like the food obviously was good. But we went to this cafe right next to the Coliseum. We went there 2 or 3 times. And we went there, and I think it was the second time we went. Yeah, the second time we went, the same server was working. It was an Italian guy. He spoke great English. Spoke Italian, of course. Spanish, because my dumbass would misconstrue Spanish and Italian constantly, because I speak a little Spanish.
And they're similar?
They're very similar.
Yeah.
And so I would always misconstrue the two and fuck up the Italian accent and immediately just default to Spanish. And most of the Italians knew what I was trying to say or knew what I was saying. So this guy spoke Spanish, Italian, English. And then a school of French kids walk in. And he immediately switches the French. And I could fucking sit in this cafe all day long and watch this go down. It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Like, can you imagine being even being able to just get by in 4 languages?
No.
Like,
I know 2 words of Arabic. I know enough Spanish to sell food and furniture. And I speak somewhat decent English.
Damn. Like, I took 3 days of Spanish in middle school.
Oh,
and then
okay.
I didn't go to school for 6 months. Wait,
what happened?
I had migraines in middle school. I really bad migraines.
And so you were out for 6 months?
I was out for that was just when I completely stopped going.
What'd you do? I mean, what did you do in the meantime?
So
you get homeschooled? Or
yeah, it was so basically they had it was called Homebound. So I was still in the district and I was still doing the same work that everybody else was, except they sent a tutor to my house, basically.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, so let me think. So it was 6th grade. It happened a little bit. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So I was probably missing 1 day every 2 weeks because of it. So it was pretty often, but I could still pass classes. And then 7th grade, it started getting really bad. So they took me. I was missing probably 3-4 days a week, or at least leaving early 3 or 4 days a week. And then by the time I got to 8th grade, it was just the first 3 days, just migraine. And then still. So they sent me to the Mayo Clinic. Do you know what that is? It's basically a super, one of the best hospitals or doctor places in the world.
Okay.
It's in Rochester, Minnesota.
Okay.
So they sent me up there and they said, basically there's nothing we can do to make you better, but they're we can teach you methods to deal with this pain. So they're we have an opening in this place. It was called the Pain Rehabilitation Center, and they were it's a 3-week program, so you'll stay here for 3 weeks, but we don't have an opening till March. And I think it was it was just before Christmas because that was the only time we could get an appointment. So then I went back, continued to just do homeschool stuff for a while. And then I went in March I stayed there for 3 weeks, and it was really something. I guess it was pretty cool. They hooked me up to all these machines, just like pretty much doing everything they could, or anything that works for chronic pain in any way. Like they, like, and also just like getting me back to kind of being a regular kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember exactly what we did. So they hooked me up to this machine basically, and it basically had like games on it where you would try to, based off of how your body is reacting, like how much, like the tension in your shoulders and like the way you're breathing and how much oxygen in your heart rate, and like you basically would, try to control your like sympathetic nervous system, maybe. I can't remember. I was like 13 when this happened. But and they had one, I remember it was like a ball of light on the screen, and you tried to make it sink or go higher based off of like the tension in your shoulders, your heartbeat, and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. And then they had me do physical therapy to kind of get me back in shape to some extent, because I didn't do like anything for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then they had, like social stuff, like just like a whole bunch of stuff to kind of get me back into being a kid, I guess.
And so what happened? Like, did they just stop? They go away? You still get them?
Yeah. Like I always have one. Like I've had one for years now.
So like you still get them to this day?
I still, like, just one day I had one and never went away. So I have one like right now.
Oh, so it's just consistently.
Yeah, like it used to.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What is that called?
just chronic migraine. Like it just never goes away. I also get optical ones. That's the only ones that really bother me anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? So it's basically where you, like, it messes up your eye and your eye hurts really bad, and you kind of get a blind spot in your vision, which is really weird because it's not like black in between, like where the blind spot is just nothing. It's like
I see what you're saying.
yeah. So that's weird, I guess.
Have you ever looked into, like, so one thing that helps a lot with migraines, or has been shown to help with migraines, is psilocybin or mushrooms.
No, I have not.
So microdosing mushrooms is very common.
Yeah, like it's completely like tolerable now. Like like a lot of people breathe with their chest, right? You're supposed to like open up your, like, push your stomach out almost.
You're supposed to breathe through your stomach.
So that basically has helped a ton because it releases like endorphins and stuff. So I just do that. Like that's just how I breathe.
Like real heavy breathing, or like deep breaths.
Yeah, it's just like deep breaths because that's like how you're supposed to breathe.
Yeah, you're supposed to breathe through your stomach.
But people just got lazy, basically.
Yeah.
So that's just like
I found that out recently.
Yeah, it's something I became just like, now, like, I don't even think about it. Like, I forget about it, too. I'm like, why is my stomach moving?
So, I mean, does it affect you? Like, does it inhibit you in any way?
Only if the conditions couldn't be worse. Like, if I went to a club that was, like, flashing lights and loud noise.
So, is it a form of epilepsy?
No, it's just like that can cause them. Is like, or like if you have a migraine already, like you don't like bright lights. Or like I remember when I first started getting them, I would just go into my room and I would just like pull my hoodie down and I would just sleep. I remember, and then like they gave me medicine that like helped, but like the side effects were just worse than the migraines themselves.
And how does that feel when you get punched in the head?
Well, I'm just fucking built different, Jordan.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like headaches don't even bother me that much anymore. Like it's just kind of like, I don't know.
You just normalized it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing they can do. There's got to be something.
Not really.
Do they
Do
they have a diagnostic for it? Like, do they call it something?
Yeah, it's just chronic migraine. Like, so it was from pressure building up in my sinuses.
Okay.
So I got 2 different sinus surgeries to make sure that wouldn't happen anymore. but then you get into just a loop, like a pain. So like it's like if you walk, the way they explained it to me is like if you walk the same path to a tree, all the grass would be dead there, right? And then the grass is dead, and it's just like that's just a path, and your brain takes pretty much the easiest path. I'm explaining this really badly because I don't really remember what they said. It was a really long time
But something along these lines.
Yeah, like it was like just like the beaten down path is the path you're going to take, and
Okay.
that happened in my brain basically.
Yeah.
So my brain, even though nothing's causing it, my brain is just like still on that loop.
I
Yeah,
feel like I kind of understand what you're saying.
Kind of grasp it, yeah.
So
Like it's the same thing with anything. Like
did that notification mess up the beat? Didn't it happen last time someone called? Is that what it was? Or was that me? Oh. Fair enough.
silly.
So
Okay, that was me. Yeah.
okay, yeah. That's crazy though. Yeah. Like, and there's nothing to your knowledge.
I mean, yeah, I went to doctors like for like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much like every day, like so much so that they thought I was like lying about it. Like I remember that being an issue. Like my parents like sent me to therapy because they thought it was because I was afraid of going to school or something. And I remember I had a few teachers who really pissed me off because they didn't believe me. And it, like really, that was like one thing that I remember being really mad about.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
No, that's not fun. Because it's not something that you can prove.
Yeah, it's not like my arm's broken.
Yeah.
And I have an X-ray.
It's something that's going on in your head
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. Yeah, that sucks because I feel like that happens. I feel like that happens with a lot of different things. I feel like
Yeah,
that.
like even like just like people just don't process it or like it just doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that happens a lot with like people who have really bad anxiety and people are just kind of like, don't be so nervous.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting at. So like depression or anxiety or anything mental,
Yeah.
it's really hard to gauge because the person could be over exaggerating or
they could be under exaggerating.
yeah, and you don't know. It's a weird thing because there's no way to really find out until we can read each other's minds.
Yeah. We're a little bit behind that point.
I don't think we're that far.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10, 15 years. There's going to
As
be
soon
like
as
a
we get
prototype of it.
Yeah, as soon as we get Elon's
Yeah,
plug,
we get that. Yeah, that neuro chip.
yeah,
Are you going to do it? Would you do it?
absolutely.
Yeah. Because you
Because
could
like,
probably fix your head.
yeah, or worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, I get turned into an evil robot man, but that would be kind of cool.
You'd want to be evil?
Or like RoboCop, I could be RoboCop.
Like in the night, like the original movie
Yeah.
when he guns down the entire. Oh no, wait, is that RoboCop?
Shit, I don't know. I
Yeah, that's RoboCop. Yeah, it's one of the most graphic scene. It was one of the most graphic scenes in a movie for a long time because I think RoboCop, the original one, came out in 80s ish, and the RoboCop ends up just gunning down the entire room of people, just like hundreds of bullets into everybody. Have you ever seen the movie?
I have seen it, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, just relook up that scene. Yeah, they're in an office building and it malfunctions and mistakes everybody for a target and just blows through everyone. Damn. Yeah. And for a 1980 movie, it might even be the 70s. It looks really good. Like really well done.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, some movies like my dad will like hype up a movie and we'll watch it, like Jaws.
Yeah.
And like we went back and watched it, and he's like, "This is terrible."
It's a classic.
Yeah, but like the effects.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. They're
but,
making
like-
a movie about sharks eating each other. I mean, eating people in the 70s.
Yeah, but like
It's
my
really
dad,
hard to
like,
pull off.
But my dad's memory, he was like, "Yo, this is like a really like good movie, and it looks really good."
It is a good movie.
But,
and it
like-
looked good at the time.
Yeah, but the way he pictured it or the way he remembered it was nothing like
Sure.
or like, have you seen any of the super old Batman movies?
Very briefly. I don't know that I've actually ever sat down and watched the whole thing from start to finish.
They are the funniest thing in the world because, like, I'm trying to remember which one it was. So they go to they're on the beach or like in the ocean or whatever, and they get attacked by a shark. And Batman, with his handy dandy utility belt, pulls out some shark repellent and he sprays the shark with it. And then they're like, "Oh no, the shark has bombs in it," and the shark blows up. No blood. You can see the foam. Like nothing. Just like, and they're like, "Oh wow, that was a close one.
That was a
We better get to the Batcopter." And
that was a close one.
yeah, I was like, "What?"
Oh man, but there's some movies that hold up really well though.
Yeah,
Like Aliens. The first Alien still holds up really well.
right. I thought like Star Wars never looked too terrible.
Holds up pretty well for what they did,
Yeah,
or for what they were trying to do. Holds up really well. There's a movie called The Abyss that came out in '89, where they actually filmed it underwater. There's scenes underwater, and they're actually mic'd up in a scuba suit, and they're talking underwater in the scuba suits. You can hear them breathing, the whole 9 yards.
That's crazy.
Really well done. Another James Cameron film. Really well done. The crew from that movie absolutely hates him though.
Yeah, probably because he made them shoot scenes
Oh,
underwater.
they said it was terrible. And there was a scene where no, never mind, that was a fake person. But there were some scenes in there that were really hard to pull off. And one of which, so there was a scene in the movie. I haven't seen the full movie, but my friend Trayvon, who's obsessed with movies and like special effects, was telling me about it. He was showing me a brief part of it. There's a scene in the movie where this dude is trying to wake up this girl, and he's like smacking her, legitimately smacking her. And James Cameron ran out of film while shooting it, so they had to reshoot that scene. And she refused to do it, so they had to get a stunt double to do it because the dude is like legitimately smacking her. Damn. Yeah, and the crew ended up hating him for that movie.
Yeah, it really adds up. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I would help
The abuse.
I would help them form a union.
Oh man, Riley, I'm starving. I'm hungry, and my ass cheek is sore, dude.
My ass cheeks are sore as well.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Tell people where they can find you.
You can find me. My Instagram is Riley Vogt, VHS, RILEYVOGT, VHS.
Say that again and slower.
RI.
I even lost it, and I even
Okay.
know what it is.
Okay. So it's RILEY, my first name, VOGT, my last name, VHS.
How do you say your last name?
Vogt.
Vogt.
Yeah.
Where is it from?
I think it's Germany.
Okay. German last name.
I think
That makes sense. Look at your hair.
Yeah, I'm very
Pretty stereotypical German.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
No, I appreciate you.
Great
Did you have
time.
fun?
Yeah,
Good.
it was a lot less awkward than I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah,
It's really, it feels really normal, other than the fact that there's a camera there, a lamp above you, and 2 mics in front of you. It's
but,
really casual.
Yeah, I was nervous, kind of, and I watched Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky Bond.
Uh-huh.
I was like, they're just having a good time.
Just kicking the shit.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot better, I've noticed.
Oh, thank you.
I watched the first episode
Uh-huh.
when it came out, and it's a lot more. It flows better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're trying.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you. And we're glad you're back at the gym.
Yes, sir.
Let's get that jaw healed up so I can punch you again.
Yeah, don't break it. It's gentle.
Don't plan on it.
Yeah.
Or hope not to.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Riley Vogt.
Vote.
Damn. Damn it. My bad. All right, buddy. It was a pleasure.
Was a pleasure.
See y'all next time, guys.
See ya.